Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
If you already know it's a fraud charge and that I don't have an account with you, why not just return it?
A West Fargo woman is livid after she discovered a big chunk of money taken out of her checking account. She contacted our whistleblower hotline, saying she was even more surprised when she realized it went to a cable service she doesn't even get. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer has, and she has some advice for you.
Somehow, some way, somebody got my number for my debit card and used it to pay a monstrous cable bill.
Becky Phelps is still in shock after looking at her most recent bank statement. Over $1,000 was taken out of her account and used to pay for Comcast services. But she doesn't even get her cable through Comcast, and they don't offer services in North Dakota. But that didn't stop them from billing her.
They kept asking for an account number. I was like, I don't have an account with you guys. Why am I being charged?
And now she's just plain fed up. She's saying nothing is being resolved, so she went to her bank. And they're trying to help her, but that could take some time. And $1,000 is a lot of money.
That money was set for other bills. And it's made it really tough for us because we've had to dig into what savings we have just to cover those differences.
Despite the bank helping, she says Comcast isn't. In fact, they said the obvious, the card information was likely stolen. In West Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
We tried contacting Comcast. They told us they want to help and plan on looking more into the situation. Someone from the corporate office informed us fraud does happen and they have a fraud team available to help. But what can you do to avoid a similar situation? Experts at Gate City Bank say to contact your bank immediately. That's when you see any unauthorized purchases on your statements. Always be cautious when giving out any personal information like your card number. And if you do find a surprising purchase like Becky Phelps did, they can help get your money back.
If the customer calls and contacts the bank and discusses the transaction and determines that they did not authorize it, the bank will help them, if it was a card transaction, cancel their card.
Dirk adds that with a debit card, you're never liable for any unauthorized purchases. And as mentioned, this story came to our attention through our whistleblower hotline. So remember, you can call us if you need help with a serious issue in your community. That number is 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. Tough day to be a firefighter. A crew scrambled this afternoon to deal with a trailer fire at the softball complex in North Fargo. It happened when winds were especially strong near the north side softball complex off Highway 81 and 45th Street North, which is just south of Harwood. The trailer parked next to a building and there wasn't much inside, but there was some damage to the roof. No word yet on a cause. Well, we were about 30 degrees warmer today, but it certainly did not feel that way thanks to that blasted wind. I can say that without getting in trouble, right, Hutch?
That's exactly right. It was just downright nasty out there. With those gusts exceeding 50 miles per hour, it was whipping trash cans and small dogs across neighborhoods. Wind not quite as gusty, but it is still very breezy out there. Here's a look across Highway 11 in northwest Minnesota. Snow blowing over the top of the roads has caused very slippery conditions. Now, visibility isn't too bad, as you can see there near the Donaldson area. However, there's still no travel advised in northwest portions of Minnesota. Look at Jamestown, huh? Wow, picnic time there, 42 degrees, 19 in Baudette, 15 in Duluth, and there's the no travel advisory that's been hoisted by the Minnesota Department of Transportation. Things are clearing out as we go through the evening hours, but the wind will stay breezy as temperatures stay near 30 degrees. Colder air is heading our way, and we'll have details on if we keep clear skies for the morning when many may want to see that neat lunar eclipse.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
2 people were arrested early this morning after a brief chase on I-29. The pair are 23-year-old Cody Moffett and 19-year-old Kaya Moore, both of West Fargo. Police say they tried pulling over Moore around 4 this morning, adding that she didn't stop right away. And when she did, Moffett got out of the car and took off running. He was arrested for refusing to halt and ingesting a controlled substance. Moore was arrested on fleeing a vehicle and possession of meth charges. A Moorhead man will serve 10 years in jail for assaulting a woman with a pair of scissors. 50-year-old Eustace Miles pleaded guilty to aggravated assault for punching the woman, hitting her with an extension cord and belt, and stabbing a pair of scissors into her ear, puncturing her eardrum. The incident all happened in 2016 in Mitchell, South Dakota. And in addition to prison time, Miles must pay future medical and counseling expenses. Kids are getting a creative start as art class scholarships are becoming available in our community. Youngsters who receive free or reduced lunch can now apply for a scholarship through the Catherine Kilbourne Burgum Center for Creativity and the Creative Plains Foundation. Everything from ceramics to painting is being taught to kids ages 4 and up. If you want to see a list of classes, including free family programs, just head on over to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on our hot button for a link to this story. Over 100 million people are expected to watch the Super Bowl broadcast on Sunday. It's a media event as much as it is a football game. And Valley News Team's Alex Egan joins us live from Minneapolis tonight after speaking with those who will be on call this Sunday. Alex?
Hey, good evening, Christine. Yeah, today we got the chance to talk with those who are going to be talking you through the broadcast on Sunday. We talked to them about a variety of things like, have they ever been to North Dakota? We, of course, talked to them about Carson Wentz and their expectations of the game.
And I will say that the mosquitoes were the biggest mosquitoes I'd ever seen. I was worried they were going to pick up my children and take them away, but I love the people. It was interesting that you could drive for miles and miles and miles and see nothing. But it was very beautiful.
I know people who know Carson Wentz's grandmother, Carson Wentz's cousin, the guy who sets up his hunting stands. It's been funny. And getting to know Carson through the years has been a real treat. What a really grounded, smart, intense, brilliant football player.
Well, I think they take their football seriously up there. I know that part of it. I saw the ESPN show when they were on the air up there. If the people there are anything like Carson, then it's a place I wouldn't mind hanging out because he is one impressive young man.
Well, I think you're excited. There's a certain amount of nervousness, anxiousness maybe. You want to get out cleanly. You want to start out cleanly. And then once the game gets going, you're doing the game. So you know where you are, but then you're immersed in the game. Pretty much the way the players say it as well, too. The players, hey, they come out there and I'm in the Super Bowl. But then, they hit each other a couple of times. So, I'll hit Collinsworth in the ribs, and he'll elbow me back, and away we go.
You heard from Al Michaels there at the end. He will be calling his 10th Super Bowl this Sunday. That's just one shy of the legendary Pat Summerall. Now, let me give you some of the numbers NBC has provided us. There's going to be 106 cameras in use, 2 of which will be sky cams. That is a first for sky cams at a Super Bowl. There'll be 50 miles of microphone and camera cable that'll be run through US Bank Stadium. And if you're interested in just the commercials and you don't care about the game itself, you're going to want to pay attention because those 30 seconds of advertising time that those advertisers spend will cost in excess of $5 million. We're going to come back out here to the Mall of America at the Media Center a little bit later on in sports. For now, reporting live at the Super Bowl, Alex Egan, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Alex. And be sure to check the sports section on valleynewslive.com. Alex has a super blog. He's going to be documenting the experience he is partaking in Minneapolis. And for those traveling to the Super Bowl, there's a lot of work happening as millions are flying into the Twin Cities. What's being done to keep the skies safe? Still to come. But up next, keeping a sharp eye out for robbers, the latest on a recent push by bad guys in Grand Forks.